What's up, YouTube? This is Dave Views, and I'm coming to you with this another Will Smith video. And it's come out that Will Smith has stepped into rehab, and this video is revealing also why he's never going to make or act in another movie. They say, but rehab. We're gonna hit on Jada not really wanting him from the beginning, her really loving Pop. She never talks about Will this way. We won't get into all that, but let's start the video.
Easy marriage. He has to look at me and see what I need. And we have to make decisions based on that, not based on what people think marriage should be.
Right? Marriage demands that you be the best version of you, or it ain't gonna work.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement.
Before she said entanglement, I have never had heard that word before. I never heard the word entanglement before. I never knew that was a thing. Like, did she coin a word? Tell me if entanglement was a word before she said it. I'm not sure. Also, this marriage doesn't seem like a two-way thing. It seems like a one-way. Like, Will is trying to do his best to be the best husband, and she isn't trying to be the best wife. She still loves a man that isn't alive anymore. So because of that pain that she got from him passing away, she put it all on Will. That ain't right.
Relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
The fact that I'm speaking to you again is a miracle.
You know, shit with Pac and trying to figure that out. That was a huge loss in my life because he was one of those people that I expected to be here. And my upset is more anger. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel that he left me. I really did believe. And him wasn't necessarily like the type of cat that I would even deal with.
Were you ever jealous of the
Damn, red flag number one. I don't know how many years ago this was. It looked like late 90s, early 2000s. So that's a red flag number one to the public should have been. But I guess a lot of people didn't see that. I didn't see it. It's my first time seeing that clip.
That she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another.
Right now is not the best time to be Will Smith, and for a whole bunch of reasons, not the least of
Understatement of the year. Is a horrible time to be Will Smith.
which is that Will Smith is being roasted from bell to bell by just about everyone in the Hollywood community over what happened at the Oscars. He slapped Chris Rock after the comedian made a joke about his wife Jada, and the fallout from this moment has been haunting Will Smith ever since. And now, the steps might be getting even more
Hold on, go back. You see how Lupita's
community over what happened at the Oscars. He slapped Chris Rock after the comedian made a joke about his wife Jada. And the fallout from this moment has been haunting Will Smith ever since. And now, the steps might be getting even more drastic in terms of healing him. We'll break it down for you. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Rehab. After the attack on Chris Rock at this year's Oscars, Will Smith will seek expert help to deal with stress at a celebrity rehab clinic.
So, to me personally, I don't think Will Smith needs to be at a rehab per se. Maybe a therapist. But I don't think he needs to be in rehab. Like, because he made some mistakes, don't mean this guy's not addicted. Maybe he is addicted to Jada. Maybe he does need to be in rehab. Now that I think about it, you know what? Disregard what I just said. He might need to be in rehab because he's addicted to Jada, or he's addicted to something that's in Jada's personality that maybe he needs to be rid of so he can stop going through what he's going through. It's just painful to even. Will Smith's my guy, top 5 favorite actor. Damn.
The American actor was the star of the Academy Awards night when he slapped the comedian after he made a joke about the shaved hair of the actor's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, who suffers from alopecia. This moment had such repercussions that, as reported by the British newspaper The Sun, the artist will spend some time in a rehabilitation clinic. The impact of the backlash has hit Will hard, so he will be getting help on dealing with stress, explained the newspaper.
So you want to win an iPhone 12? channel so we can keep affording these giveaways. Winner will be announced at the last day.
I knew nothing about sex, but I knew that doing it with such a beastly man.
How he can move forward. Continued telling The Sun. Will Smith hopes, according to the newspaper's source, to return in time to save his career and reputation. There are many who would no doubt love to join him in that hope, but whether that actually happens or not is up for debate. After all, he did something really bad, and that's why he resigned from the Academy. Will Smith decided to take the next step in terms of accepting and atoning for what he'd done by resigning from the Academy. I have directly responded to the Academy's disciplinary hearing notice, and I will fully accept any and all consequences for my conduct. My actions at the 94th Academy Awards presentation were shocking, painful, and inexcusable. The list of those I have heard is long and includes Chris, his family, many of my dear friends and loved ones, all those in attendance, and global audiences at home.
I'm glad he apologized, though, but if you're looking at this from Chris' point of view, that apology probably ain't enough. I mean, I know Chris probably gonna be a gentleman about it, but that's going to haunt Chris forever. That's just a blow. Like, that's just a blow, but I guess Chris is gonna be a grown man about it, but his kids are gonna see that, grandkids gonna see that. Great-grandkids gonna see that. Great-great-grandkids. Like, that's gonna be a reoccurring thing when the Rock name comes up. That's messed up. But hey, they trying to move on from it, so I'm gonna let them move on from it. But society is not gonna let them move on. It's just not.
Betrayed the trust of the Academy. I deprived other nominees and winners of their opportunity to celebrate and be celebrated for their extraordinary work. I am heartbroken. I want to put the focus back on those who deserve attention for their achievements and allow the Academy to get back to the incredible work it does to support creativity and artistry in film. So, I am resigning from membership in the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences and will accept any further consequences the board deems appropriate. Change takes time, and I am committed to doing the work to ensure that I never again allow violence to overtake reason.
I know that he slapped Chris Rock on TV, and that was bad, but should he lose his career for it? I don't think he should lose his career. Like, I don't think he should. Like, people have done worse things, and they haven't lost their career, like jail time, sexual assault allegations. He shouldn't lose his career for this, because Michael Jackson had pedophilia charges and statutory rape and all that stuff. That never stopped him from doing what his career. Didn't stop R. Kelly. So I don't think that's fair.
It was considered by many to be a huge move, as it essentially ensured he'd never get another award for his acting. But that didn't mean that the Academy was going to let that be the only punishment. Meetings. The Board of Governors for the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences has moved up its planned date to decide on possible sanctions against Will Smith for slapping Chris Rock at this year's Oscars ceremony. I'm calling a board meeting for this Friday morning, April 8 at 9 a.m. PT, rather than the previously scheduled April 18 meeting, to address possible sanctions for Will Smith in response to his actions during the Oscars broadcast on March 27. Academy President David Rubin stated in a letter obtained by CNN Wednesday, the April 18 date was set in accordance with
3 signs you are addicted to stress. Sign 1. You can't stop scrolling.
with California law and our standards of conduct because our agenda included possible suspension or expulsion of Mr. Smith from membership, the letter reads. We were required to provide Mr. Smith notice 15 days prior to the board meeting at which such action might be taken, and also give him the opportunity to provide the board a written statement no less than 5 days prior to that meeting. According to the letter, in light of Smith resigning from the academy last Friday, suspension or expulsion are no longer a possibility and the legally prescribed timetable no longer applies. It is in the best interest of all involved for this to be handled in a timely fashion, Rubin wrote. Now, you can take that in many different ways, not the least of which is that the Academy just wants to move on from this, and that they likely aren't going to punish Will more than he already has punished himself. Whether that's the justified thing to do is unclear. After all, he assaulted Chris Rock and a lot of people called out the Academy for this, and for good reason. Because they let him stay and deliver his speech for Best Actor just 40 minutes after the slap happened. So all in all, this could make the Academy look worse than it already does, depending on what they plan to do. Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal at one time was synonymous with the Oscars. He was the host for 9 years before he walked away.
Well, that's the end of this video. Will Smith checking into rehab, the Oscars. I don't really care about the Oscars punishment because don't try to punish him now. You didn't do nothing when it happened. Like, okay, he can't get any Oscar awards, and that's fine. Don't try to kill his career over this because other people have done more heinous things and still had a career or still had the chance to have a career. So let's not do that. But Will Smith checking into rehab over Jada because he's addicted to Jada. Wow. I would never have thought of this 10 years ago. Like, I never would have thought of this 5 years ago. Like, wow, he has changed in the eyes of a lot of people, but not me. So I know people are human, they mess up. This has been Dave Views, and we out. Peace.